Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And the starting group for the Spurs. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Jazz, we've got George. Markkanen is out there with Nurkic. And it's ABC. And it's Mikhailuk in at the shooting guard. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And so off the tip, it's San Antonio. Fox with it. Vassell outside. Pass to Barnes. Fires from deep. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Mikhailuk. No good on the 3.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
Clearly a foul.
Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game.
Wembanyama at the line for 2.
That free throw missing.
And the enthusiasm and expectations for Wembanyama are off the charts for a rookie. That's a lot of pressure for a young man to deal with.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. And it's Harper in for Castle. He's off on the second.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Fox from outside. Hits it from three-point range.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
No good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Spurs leading by a point. From the Delta Center, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And And Love's got the ball here for the Jazz. Filipowski's out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Collier. Then it's George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward position. That's the group right now for Utah. Here's Sensabaugh. It's hauled in by Cornette. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And the basket by Johnson.
You know, some guys who rely on their strength aren't great shooters. Johnson, though, is in a different category.
George against Harper. George passes to Collier. Kicks it out to Love. 6 to shoot. And there's the pass to Collier. Goes up at the stripe. It's hauled in by Cornette. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Spurs lead by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They were slightly better in the second. Not a big difference between these two teams. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
They've run this offense seamlessly. Each guy seems to understand his role. They're making smart decisions with the basketball, and I can give a shout out to the playmakers. This team's success is because of you, brother.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, they're just not creating enough scoring opportunities, and they're pretty lucky they're not trailing by 15 right now, Ernie. They need to play more unselfishly, work for better spacing, go stronger to the basket.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. On the floor for San Antonio. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Castle is out there with Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the center, locking down the middle. Pass to Markkanen. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Baylor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Devin Vassell. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
First one falls for him. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15 and 56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. You know, when you talk about this Jazz team, Doris, you have to mention head coach Will Hardy.
You certainly do, Kevin, because remember, he came from the Boston Celtics organization. He also had a history in San Antonio. He is known as an excellent tactician. He does an incredible job scouting. Utah always one of the best prepared teams in the league.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Pass to Mikhailuk. It's good. This game is all even. Mikhailuk's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Tie game in Utah. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
Spurs 6.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. ABC is out there with Anderson. Then there's Filipowski. Then it's Collier. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2. That's the group right now for Utah.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And the Jazz call time here. They're behind by 2. There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team. He told his players, I need you to play smarter out there. You're in a rush right now, and that's why we're behind. Slow things down, run our plays. Let's see if that tempo shifts at all. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. It drops. A huge shot to tie it up. And that bucket ignites the crowd.
And the emotions of these fans right now boiling over after that shot.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. George is checked in for Utah. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Johnson's checked in. Here's Fox. And he can't bank that one in. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here.
Lot of fans get free t-shirts.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, De'Aaron Fox.
And he's grabbed this game with both hands and just never let it go. I mean, he scored a huge percentage of their points. He hadn't been the main guy for them. He's been the only guy for them.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Filipowski. And it's Markkanen in for Anderson. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Look who it is, Jazz fans. It's your Utah Jazz Denver. All right, fans. Stand up and let's get wild.
20 seconds left in the fourth. Fox against George. Now, here's Fox. Unloads. It's in!
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win.